opening, though.
Yeah, if only y'all were around for the B-roll BS we do around here, y'all would know the chaos we've got.
But I don't want
to. Man, shut the hell up.
I don't want to.
He's just still mad that they traded for Kevin Durant for the Rockets. Let's get started.
Man, that's his own damn problem. Not my fault,
Let's
KD.
go.
Not my fault the Rockets screwed up.
Can't do it. We'll do it live. Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
Mister, will you please wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up?
Good morning! Snowman here to all you Brock Purdy and San Francisco 49er haters. Shut up! I gotta thank you, Shane.
I mean, whatever happened to the games where breaking 100 points was, I don't know, unusual?
There was one word to sum up the All-Star weekend.
Trays. Cause we take this job so serious.
Splash Brothers, yes. Ray Allen, replace him with Steve Kerr. Reggie Miller, yeah.
What in the all types of blue hell?
Welcome to the Wacky Wednesday edition of Snowman in the Morning. Glad to have you all with us. This first hour, as always, is presented by Invader Coffee, fuel for the fearless. And I give you a good morning.
That we do, ladies and gentlemen, already in the Fanatics feedback zone. Rising Rhinos checking in with us. Aloha, my oos. And the great Fat Tino, a.k.a. Patrick, my homie, is in the house. And we have got a lot to talk about that we didn't get to yesterday because free agent markets all around sports have been buzzing. And the biggest one so far has been the NHL. So we've got the Zamboni clearing off the ice. Ladies and gentlemen, the first period is about to start.
Let's drop the puck.
Droid, what the hell has been going on these days in the market?
I mean, one of the big things was the big signing, the big re-signing of the players of Brad Marchand and Aaron Ekblad. That the fact that Bill Zito even pulled that off is witchcraft and needs and I wouldn't say it needs to be investigated, but needs to y'all need to pay attention to how Zito's doing things if you want to build a good team. Because how are they making it to where players want to take a pay cut just to stay with the team and bring more guys in?
I mean, that's just showing confidence in what the team is doing in the order that they're going to do it in and trying to bring back another cup. I mean,
the only problem I have with this is paying a 37-year-old Marchand a 6-year contract, basically to play until he's 43.
I mean, Marshawn could probably end up going that far unless injuries end up taking him out. So this could be like a career-ending move.
He might retire in Florida.
Yeah.
But he'll more than likely retire a Bruin.
Yeah, he might end up doing the whole one-day contract, retire with the black and gold.
But the first major signing, from what I heard, was about an hour into the opening. So July 1st, the first official signing was Tony D'Angelo, I think I saw, is returning to Philadelphia. But the first major move, basically, who went to a new team first? And the name that comes to mind when it comes to that is Mitchell Marner, aka Mitch Marnes. He got traded to the Vegas Golden Knights for Nicholas Waugh. Basically, the signing rights for Mitch Marner have been traded to the Vegas Golden Knights. In return, the Toronto Maple Leafs received forward Nicholas Waugh, which isn't a bad pickup.
No, I mean, it'll get the job done.
But nothing is like Marner, so it didn't feel like a fair trade to me. A lot of big names that were supposed to be going to new teams got off the board fast. Bruins signed Tanner Jeannot, the 28-year-old lefty, for $3.4 million over 5 years, total $17 million. New Jersey Devils signed forward Connor Brown on a 4-year, $3 million deal. He'll be playing at least until he's 35. Joel Armia is going to the Kings. You got Nick Bjugstad signing with the Blues, a huge pickup there. Daniel Tarasov is signing with the Cats. Kalir Yamamoto signs with Utah. He's going to get a 1-year league minimum contract. Kaapo Kähkönen, goaltender, is heading to Montreal, $1.15 million over a year. Brandon Tanev is heading to Utah, 3 years, $2.5 million a year. Sean Corrali is heading to Boston, $1.85 million for 2 years. Michael Asimont is heading to Boston, 2 years, $1.45 million. Nate Schmidt's heading to Utah, $3.5 million over 3 years, really big value. And Corey Perry, I believe he is heading into his last season as a player in the NHL. He's heading back to the Los Angeles area. He's going to play for the Kings for 1 year, $2 million, and what I believe is going to be his final season in the NHL. Other notable signings, I believe, Drouin to the Islanders. Tanner Pearson's going to the Jets. You got Matt Murray to the Kraken, Alex Lyon to the Sabres, Nico Sturm to the Wild. Lars Eller, longtime Capital, is heading to Ottawa on a 1-year, $1.25 million contract. Mikael Granlund, star of the Stars, is heading on a 3-year, $7 million contract to Anaheim. Adam Gaudette is heading to San Jose, from what I just saw. Will Cooley re-signs with the Rangers, 2 years, $3.9 million. Mike Riley is heading to the Carolina Hurricanes, 1 year, $1 million deal. Keep going. Let's see. A lot of these guys are not really big names. I guess except Mike Sisek is signing a 1-year league minimum deal with the Flames. We're caught up to Di Giuseppe gets a 1-year league minimum with the Jets. Nolan Foote signs with the Canucks. Taylor Radish signs with the Rangers. Tyler Pitlick signs with the Wild. Andrew Mangiapane signs with the Oilers. Anthony Mantham signs with the Pens. The Devils signed Dodonov. And I am getting news as of right now that Phil Kemp is going to be remaining in Edmonton 2 years, league minimum for $1.5 million. That is the news I am receiving via, let's take a look, via Puckpedia. Kemp is remaining in Edmonton. What do you think is your biggest surprise right now?
Honestly, it's just the biggest surprise to me is the way the free agent market has kind of been in a way lackluster.
Well, because all the big names kind of just stayed where they are.
Yeah, and that tells me that a lot of these guys feel more confident where they are now than trying to test the market waters and, end up either not getting signed or getting frustrated and signing for less just to be able to play.
Well, most of these guys, they leave for money. Some guys stay because it's a family, and that's how that Florida team was built, was because it's built like a family. And what people fail to realize is Bill Zito has created a culture in SoFlo to where people want to take pay cuts just to stay on the team.
Right.
Because they want to make this a dynasty. They want us to be like the Blackhawks.
Mm-hmm.
They want us to win our third ring so that our dynasty is not shut down. Because 2 rings is not a dynasty.
No, three makes it one.
3 clinches being a dynasty. 4 just adds to it. Just adds to it. Excuse me.
The Lightning were almost the dynasty until they were denied by the Avalanche.
Mm-hmm.
We were denied by the Knights our first year, and then we won back-to-back. I wouldn't be surprised if we get eliminated in the conference final this next year and then win the cup the year after.
Right, but I mean, still, the fact of making it as far as you guys have in the playoffs, kind of puts the dynasty thought in everybody's head.
It was the same thing with the Lightning, man. Everyone saw how much they were paying guys. They were claiming cheating. And then everybody was basically cheering against them all playoffs.
Yeah, and they just shut everybody up.
And then they lost to the Avalanche, and everyone cheered.
Yeah, I mean, look at the dynasties that have been throughout the sports world in general. I mean, you don't have to win 3 in a row to be considered a dynasty. Look at what New England did. When we were going, series after series and, Super Bowl after Super Bowl, we didn't win every time we went there. But the fact of A, showing up to be there, and B, yes, we ended up getting rings. They threw dynasty out there like there was no tomorrow, but it's not like we ever won 3 straight. We just won in an extended period of time.
If the Florida Panthers were to win the Stanley Cup again for the 3rd time in a row, they would be the first team to win 3 consecutive titles since the 1980-1983 New York Islanders,
back
who
when
would
New
go
York
on
was
to
nasty.
win a 4th title in 1984.
Back when New York was actually evil.
And the thing I find funny is I'm pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong, the Islanders have more cups than the Rangers.
Let me take a look for you.
Rangers, or they're tied. 4 cups each, I believe.
Let's take a look here. Islanders have 4, yes.
And the Rangers have 4, so they're even on cups.
Yes.
But the Rangers did it in different years. While the Islanders had a dynasty, the Rangers never had a dynasty. You can't call a Rangers dynasty without at least 3 rings.
Yeah.
To that dynasty's name.
Yeah, the Rangers won their championships in 28, 33, 40, and 94.
And then 1980 to 1984 were the championships for the Islanders. So they are indefinitely a dynasty.
Yeah. That 80 to 84 squad was just ungodly.
Another dynasty from my knowledge is the 2009 to 2015 Chicago Blackhawks.
See.
Yeah.
And then what was almost a dynasty was actually the Kings, but they only won 2 cups, right?
Yeah, I think the Kings only won 2. Let's see. I'm about to find out.
I'm
In
looking.
that span of the 2000s, I think the Kings only won 2.
I'm looking. Los Angeles Kings had 20. Most recently, 2012 and 2014.
2012, 2014. Okay.
Before that, 1993.
No, that's the Western Conference.
No, that's listed as a Stanley Cup, dude.
It says they've only had 2 cups, 2012 and 2014. This is on Britannica.
I hate to tell you, yeah, the Kings. Okay, yeah, that was a loss. That was to Montreal.
Yeah, they only 2 Stanley Cups. 2012, 2014. They had 3 Western Conference championships, 1993, 2012, and 2014. They lost it in 93, I'm guessing.
Yeah, because that was the last time it's Canadian
Montreal.
team Cup.
Yeah.
Montreal.
Well, if we're going to be talking about dynasties, in general, you've got to look at, again, we just talked about Montreal. From 1960 to 1979, look at the damage they did.
And who was their goaltender?
Let me take a look here.
The man I said earlier, yesterday, Jacques Plante.
Oh, yeah.
Jacques Plante. He was a part of that dynasty of the Montreal Canadiens and was an absolute dog on and off the field. Or on and off the ice, I should say.
Yeah.
But biggest move, I think, this free agency has got to be Mitch Marner being traded and then being signed to the Vegas Golden Knights.
There's the
1,
boss,
2,
man.
3.
That is a big move. I think the Maple Leafs just gave up after they lost that 7-game series to your Panthers.
Mm-hmm.
I think Toronto might be in a rebuilding year at this point.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, and trading away Mitch Marner to A team that already has a cup, and B is a constant playoff team in Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
To me, that signals that
that's the white flag.
Yeah, that's the white flag.
The only person that's next is Matthews.
Where will
before Matthews is gone?
Do you think it'll happen this year?
Utah. I can see Matthews in Utah, just because of the big signings they made this year to their defense. It could be this year. We'll see come trade deadline, but
I was just gonna ask you that, sir. Do you think a trade for Austin Matthews will happen at the trade deadline this coming year, or is there a chance? And I know it's an outside chance, but is there a chance that they move him before the season begins?
Zero chance, because if he's going to go to a team like the Utah Mammoth, they're going to have to give up a guy like Clayton Keller. If he's going to go to a team like the Blackhawks, they're gonna probably ask for Connor Bedard.
And Bedard's not going anywhere because they're looking to sign him long term. Sources tell me out of Chicago they're working a deal to get Bedard signed for the long term, so they can A, continue their rebuild, and B, get back to the glory years.
But this is the last year of this CBA, where players can be signed off of trades for 8 years. Free agents can be signed up to 7 years. In the new CBA, this is as follows: free agents can only be signed up to 6 years, while players acquired in trades or existing players in a franchise can only be signed up to 7 years. That will be the maximum years allowed under the CBA
So what's the I know I'm asking a lot of crazy questions, and y'all hear a lot of things from me. I'm in a new studio, and I'm still getting situated here, so please forgive me. What's the difference between this CBA that's going to run out and this one that's coming in?
It basically means
better than
no
I.
NHL. It means no NHL lockout.
Right.
Very importantly, because you don't have the Players Association and the NHL bickering.
Right.
So we won't have an NHL lockout this year.
True. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Thank you guys for getting the show started. I am back home. I'm all wrapped up. I think this will be a short wound care stay. I got to make sure my legs are elevated because my right leg was like really swollen. So I love you guys. Thank you for pushing the button and getting the show started. And Droid, to you, I played your opening yesterday for one of the nurses at wound care, and they loved it. I think they're gonna sub to the they ain't planning to sub to the channel anyway. They just haven't had time.
But Droid sealed the deal.
All of you guys sealed the deal. And one other person who is off camera that really sealed the deal, you know who she is.
It's Dr. K.
That's Dr. K. I played the opening and they cracked up laughing.
Nice.
And Droid, now we got to mix you into the opening somehow.
Oh,
Oh,
not that opening. Okay, you're talking about the.
I'm talking about the opening of the show.
Because I've been every time y'all do the oh yeah and Shane does his let's go baby, I'm over there screaming woo.
Right.
Well, I'm talking about
we need a quote from you.
Getting you a permanent part of the opening.
Reference to Dr. K.
Right.
Take a drink. Hashtag Snowman drinking.
All right, you're on.
Drinking game. It's a little too early for vodka, but okay.
And thank you to Dr. K for getting me to and from room care and getting me around while I work on getting my car fixed. That's why this GoFundMe is in place. If I can find it here. It is right here. That's why this is in place. Take a look at that. The project is to help get old Snowman back on the road, so I can take a lot of pressure off of my wife to drive me around and get me around everywhere because she's working full time. She's in school full time. The woman's a godsend. So anyone that can help out with this, I want to try to make that goal before the end of the month. It would be very much appreciated. Also, you want some B-roll stuff, as Shane says best. Here you go. We're going to start posting some B-roll stuff right there at patreon.com/@snowmanmultimedia. It's the hockey god Droid, aka Shane Creighton, who is with us this morning. And the Queen Genevieve is with us.
And it's the birthday queen. Today
is her actual
birthday.
Queen. It's almost 5 p.m. for me.
Here's to
it. Can Shane
there
drink
you
one
go.
out for you? Hey,
We
look,
got you.
it's 5 o'clock. Drink your head off.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
It's 5
Exactly.
o'clock somewhere.
So I have a question for you, Droid. With all the moves that you've seen now, do you think that the potential playoff picture will stay the same as this past year?
Absolutely
Or we see some
not. No.
or we see some surprises coming in.
Utah's coming into the
Utah's
playoffs
coming up
over the Wild this year, and I'll tell you why.
Utah's coming up. I know.
One big thing is that the Wild, they still have Gustafsson, but they've lost Fleury, who is their starting goaltender. Fleury has called it a career, and much respects to the Flower, one of the greatest goalies of all time. He is up there in top 5 all time easily. And so the Wild have lost a key piece of their goaltending. Haven't really signed many defensemen this offseason.
Right.
And Utah has done nothing but acquire. And I know, and I just know that at this point, it's all Utah now, and they're going to make the playoffs this year. Don't be surprised if they make it far.
Don't be surprised if they compete for a division title either. Because
I want to say win the division because the Jets are still the Jets, you know.
Yeah. And Ryan, you're right. When they the Wild have been screwed since 2012 when they signed. Somebody needs to remind me of the players. Those 2 big contracts.
Oh, it was Ryan Suter, and I think it was one of the Stahl brothers.
Yeah.
It was Ryan Suter and somebody else. Ryan Suter.
Since then, they have been screwed. Zach Parise and Ryan. Zach Parise. There you go.
Zach Parise.
And Ryan Suter. That's how long the Wild have been.
And the thing is, Zach Parise doesn't even fucking play anymore.
Right. Right.
Good thing we're not on radio for that one.
His last NHL game was a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
He finished out his career, I believe, in New York. And Ryan Suter, he's in St. Louis.
Okay.
But that wild card slot will go to Utah, and I'll mark my words here. But people have been asking me about Matthew Schaefer. My opinion, it's a amazing pick, and
Droid, we're not on the radio. Fuck it.
Fuck it.
Okay. Yeah, fuck it.
All right.
We're basically off script until Monday. Because this is our soft launch for season 12 this week.
I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. Fucking A, man.
Fucking A, man.
Oh my god, what a pickup for the for that team, man. It's just
McCarthy said it best. And Utah's opening up the checkbook because unlike ownership in Arizona, they want to win.
The ownership in Arizona had one big problem. And you want to know what that problem was?
Besides getting in their own way?
Ego.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I said, getting in their own way.
Getting in their own, kind of like the Brooklyn mess.
That's a shadow realm problem.
Kind of like the New York Knicks.
Kind of like the Philadelphia 76ers.
Kind of like the LA Clippers.
Kind of like the LA Lakers.
This is leading a bit too down south. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. I got a team down there. Don't you dare go any further.
Go with it, man. Go with it.
Kind of like the Houston Rockets.
Kind of like the Houston Rockets.
Dog said it first. Shane said it first.
Think about it. Listen.
Shut up, fool.
When you acquire assets, when you acquire players, the intent is to win. And I understand what the Houston Rockets are doing, but
gonna be a butt there.
I hate to say it aloud, but y'all fucked up bad.
Listen, I don't.
Did you ever do your Kevin Durant? Did you ever do your rant on KD joining the Rockets? Did you ever do that?
I'll play it again.
Good. Why don't you do it here live right now? As a matter of fact,
I don't even remember what I said, dude.
That's why you're gonna do this. That's why you're gonna do this one live right here. If I can find the right, you know what?
Why don't we take a break and come back to it?
Yeah, let's take a short break, and when we come back, we are all going to go completely off about one player that, in essence, fucked up our team.
Whoa, I can go way later than that. I know exactly who I'm going to talk about. It's not going to be KD. It's somebody else.
What?
I know.
It's CP.
Okay.
CP.
Okay.
Yeah,
I love it. There you go. Take a break. When we come back, Droid's rant fires up the grill. Back after this.
Let's go.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze car.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, No, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Base YouTube channel.
We were always hippies at heart, I guess, and that was one way that we showed it before we became full-time RVers.
And we were definitely living small and minimally.
What made us decide to go with Battleborn was everyone from their top leadership team down to their service department helped us so much the whole way through. Our relationship with Battleborn is so much more than business. And me and Dennis love to jam together. We've played together multiple times, and that's been an awesome transition. Be able to learn so much more about the business. Also, just make some awesome friends.
They said the W couldn't catch fire, but in Indiana, the fever's already burning. Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern, Full Court Fever tips off on Snowman Multimedia. All in on the WNBA. All eyes on the Indiana Fever. Caitlin Clark, Aaliyah Boston, Kelsey Mitchell. The next dynasty in the making? Join Brian Snow for the deep dives, the hot takes, and the real stories from the hardwood. Full Court Fever, Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern, only on Snowman Multimedia. This is Fever Basketball.
I want to do a TED Talk, but I don't have anything to talk about yet. I'm getting there.
Life is for the living. We're not here that long.
You can learn anything you want to learn without any money spent.
What do I really enjoy? What do I really want out of life?
I am your host, WIZE.
Are you in a life holding pattern? Well, this is for you. Welcome to the Stuck in My Mind podcast. Live every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 4 p.m. Central. Whether it's the men's college game,
the way that this season has been going, yeah, anything is possible.
The women's college game,
and how passionate Angel Reese was at that press conference, they got their mojo now.
The WNBA,
AJ Williams on Twitter 1 and 2, followed by Brittany Griner, Aaliyah Boston, Jackie Young,
or the NBA.
The Lakers had a 0.8 chance of winning. And then what happened in the fourth quarter? LeBron James by himself outdid the Clippers.
You will get any and all of the information right at your fingertips or your earlobes. Join the Playmaker as he breaks down all things basketball in Shooting Lights Out on the Playmakers blog, network, YouTube channel, and where you can find podcasts. Because we take this job so serious.
All of it, between two people and 4 nostrils, all of it was gone. What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Man, where the fuck did you get that clip?
The Lakers had a 0.8 chance of winning. And then what happened in the fourth quarter? LeBron James
by himself
outdid Clips. What I love about that scene, as soon as he says LeBron, everybody's like, "Oh, you see, worship alert."
Yes.
Yep.
You do LeBron's like, see, I done told y'all.
Oh my gosh, that's the greatest part. That's the greatest part about that commercial right there. And thank you, Playmaking, for being a regular part of the crew for 3 years now,
something like that.
Oh, 5 years.
Yeah. I was about to say, a little
5
longer.
years. 5 years. Playmaker's been a part of the crew. That commercial right there.
Yep.
Or the opening, the old opening to hour 2.
Mm-hmm.
And LeBron James, the greatest scorer of all time. Yeah.
He's watching a documentary about like Macedonia or something like that. Just so
I'm still getting over the fact I folded Playmaker yesterday.
I'm still getting over the fact I folded him last week.
Oh,
several times.
I just love the fact that I put it. I don't know if I said. I think I either put it in the chat or I said. No, I put it in the chat. I said it needs to be. This needs to happen. Father O'Shaughnessy, Father O'Cochran, and the Right Reverend Deacon. And the first place said, "No, we don't.
No, we don't.
No, we don't."
Because at that point, it will turn into hell.
It will be chaos.
It would be a radio podcast only.
He's like, "No, we do not.
We can't listen. We'll have to put something up on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have to put something up.
The clergy.
The clergy. Yes.
It would literally have to be like the back room of a church somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. And dear God, I already have the logo in mind.
Oh shit.
Oh my God.
Think The Godfather.
Okay, so
yes.
You know where I'm going with the logo idea.
Yes. I know exactly where you're going.
You come to me on the day of my daughter's wedding.
Even Droid's catching on to this.
Okay, so I got
question for Droid.
The day of my daughter's wedding to ask me this favor.
Remember the Godfather reference in that animated movie from Disney? I think it's called Zootopia.
Yes.
So.
The little tiny rat. I was like, oh
yes.
my.
But Shane, dog, you already know where my brain's going with the logo.
Yes.
Thank God.
That was actually one of my old. I actually know where you're going because one of my old racing logos throughout the 20 years I've been doing the sim racing.
Yep.
Was quite literally a spinoff of The Godfather.
Victor had a question for Droid.
It's not a question. It's more of like we were talking, and Snowman's always said that the way that the torch in the NBA has been brought is basically from Jordan to Kobe.
Yep.
And then everyone thought it was going to be from Kobe to LeBron.
Bullshit.
That's some
Actually
bullshit.
didn't happen because it went to Steph.
Steph Curry showed up and snatched that torch and said, "Fuck a whole lot of y'all."
It wasn't even snatched. I actually pinpointed exactly when it was given.
Tell me.
This particular game between the Lakers and the Warriors. Steph was being guarded by Kobe.
Mm-hmm.
He shook Kobe off, stepped back, put up a rainbow.
Oh, yep. That one was from deep, and Kobe gave him props on the way back down.
I said that right there. That's when
that's exactly when the torch was passed. When
LeBron has never gotten the iconic bang bang.
No, he's never gotten that from Mike Breen. See, every era.
Because remember, Curry from downtown, bang, bang.
Listen, here's how the eras have gone since I've started watching basketball in 1980. You had Dick Stockton leading the TV charge for both the Celtics and the Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
You had in the 90s, of course, it was Marv Albert with the charge for the Bulls.
Mm-hmm.
And then early 2000s, you had Bob Costas with voicing the Lakers three-peat coupled with Marv Albert.
Mm-hmm.
And then since then, the most underrated voice who called a championship series, two of them. One, Brad Nessler. And two, Al Michaels.
Yeah.
Because remember, Al Michaels called the NBA from 2004 to 2006.
Exactly.
That's when Mike Breen took over.
And it's kind of crazy because like Al Michaels, he's so synonymous with the
football.
NFL. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He's so synonymous with football. But
you forget that he used to call NBA games.
Yeah.
So I believe I may have found that moment you were talking about there, Chief.
Oklahoma City?
No, the whole Steph thing.
This one. Blow it up and play it. Blow it up and play it.
This was the moment you were talking about.
8 points in this one. The show that is really lighting it up.
Watch the shake off.
Right there.
Right there.
Yeah.
Whoa! From the other county, and Kobe slaps him on the behind and gives him a smile and says, "That's good shooting."
And Kobe was with him.
Yep.
And then whack.
Right there. That's right. That right
There's
there.
your torch.
That was.
There's your torch passing right there.
That's a torch pass.
That was your torch
And the funny
passing.
thing is, I found that clip. I'm sorry. I found that clip and I put it in my Discord and I said, y'all want to see the exact moment when the torch between Kobe and Steph had passed? Right there.
Mm-hmm.
And I had like people saying,
Oh,
that
God.
torch would pass
Really?
by LeBron. LeBron already has the torch.
That's some bullshit.
I'm
Listen,
like,
I say this.
Mhm.
The torch is in Curry's hands.
Mm-hmm.
Who does it go to next? Does it go to
don't.
Wemby? Does it go to
don't.
Smart?
it will go to someone else. We just don't know who yet.
It don't.
I think
Until
it depends
somebody
on how well. I think it
really.
depends on how well Wemby develops. It depends on how well Sar develops. It depends.
It depends on how consistent. It also will depend on how consistent SGA is, because I can tell you right now, the torch of the league will either be passed to SGA or Victor Wembanyama. And I had the pleasure of seeing Wemby play in person at Indiana.
Honestly, just from what I saw this past year, I think SGA is a little closer.
Mm-hmm.
We just got to see how Wemby develops now that he doesn't have Pop with him.
And CP3.
Yeah, and CP3. What's your rant about? What's speaking of thank you, Victor. I was looking for something, and then Shane got back in the truck again.
Man, I ain't messed around in a truck in ages.
Drawing has something to say about CP3
while we fire this up right now. Honey, turn on the tank.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Now, the topic of conversation today was players that set franchises back years.
Mm-hmm.
And the inquiry of Chris Paul to the Houston Rockets set the Houston Rockets back not 1 year, not 2 years, not 3 years, not 4, not 5, not even 6. It set them back 7 years of development.
Mm-hmm.
And then Amen Thompson came around and was like, you know what? Your development's back. It took a generational talent to fix what CP3 did to our org.
But CP3 broke.
And now adding Kevin Durant, I can't say he's a bad player because obviously
he's Kevin Durant.
not.
He's KD.
He's KD. So he's not a bad player. We know who KD is.
You can't deny KD his flowers.
No.
They are in the bouquet and are being handed to him, all right?
Mm-hmm. They've already been handed to him.
But I make this point clear. If you really think CP3 is all that, where's his ring?
He ain't got one.
Is it? No.
Maybe
it's over. No. It's
no.
Not. Is it over? No.
No.
Maybe he did get one.
And then I'm gonna be honest. There were some good years of a man by the name of Russell Westbrook, and I know we like to make fun of him here.
Yeah.
But I have nothing but respect for what he did for Houston.
Agreed.
He brought that team back to the playoffs. He brought the team back to glory after years of missing playoffs or first round exits because of CP3. He brought that team back. Houston Russ was best Russ.
Yes,
I agree. I agree with that.
I agree with that one.
I agree with that.
Houston Russ was best Russ. I think Houston Russ, he was allowed to relax.
Just like Warriors KD was the best KD.
He was allowed to relax.
Well, I would say Warriors KD was best KD only because of that record-setting team, though. If that team didn't set the record, I don't think I would be saying that.
Well, I think the thing with KD was that, again, just like with Russ was able to relax and really come into his own.
True.
KD had to carry most of OKC on his back with a bit of help from Westbrook, but then Westbrook started turning to Westbrook, and we know about that situation.
And
once he got to the Warriors, he was able to relax and play his position. He knew he wouldn't have to be the top dog.
You just took the thought out of my head, Victor. KD was able to relax when he got to Golden State. He didn't have that much pressure on him. And he immediately said when he got there that it was Steph's team because everybody tried to play the narrative.
Make it on him and cause drama.
Right. Right.
But then why do you think CP3 took such a massive step backwards?
Because he's CP3. He's had this problem since his days at Wake Forest. I'll tell you the exact game during his time at Wake Forest that, to me, to one man, defined him. I want you to go back to December 2004, scene of the crime, Assembly Hall, Champaign, Illinois. Number 3 Wake Forest taking on number 5 Illinois. And for Chris Paul, I hate to say this plainly, and people don't believe me, it was a shit show.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Illinois defense shut him down. And for the next couple of games, it made him, and I hate using this word about CP3, but it applies. It made him very tentative.
What about you, Droid?
I mean, I'd love to give flowers like as much as possible to those who did well with the teams they did well with. And I am going to trust the coaching staff of the Houston Rockets and Ime Udoka in this journey, as I should as a Rockets fan. But I'm not going to have 76ers delusional level of trust the process.
Ouch. The 76, that's a drop.
76ers are getting strays already.
There's your clip. There's your clip, folks.
That's a drop.
The 76ers are already getting strays already.
That's a drop. Why?
Because
it is you.
It has always been you. It always will be you. Forever and ever. Amen.
Wow. All I can say is wow.
And it's probably going to become a graphic of, yes, CP3, it is you.
I didn't open my mouth this time.
I see Snowman just
you
sit there
done
and
stuck the foot in it on this one.
Oh, I know I did. I did it on purpose.
He wanted that to happen.
Yep.
Go on, Droid.
I'm happy Freddie is deciding to stay with us. I'm very, very, very pleased to hear that Van Fleet the Wichita State undrafted man will remain with the team. Probably, if not one of the best PGs in the league, and I will not allow my boy Fred Van Fleet to be denied that honor of being one of the best PGs in the league. But we knew that we needed a power forward. We were very aware of that. So the trade wasn't that bad. I think it's just a lot of emotion that built up for me because I was trusting the process with Jalen Green, and now all of a sudden I got to trust the process with KD. I wasn't too happy about it. But now that I look at it, I see the process. I see how Ime Udoka wants to build this team. I am going to trust him and trust that he has the ability to build a team that could make a deep run.
You're actually going to trust him. And
if a fan base loses trust in a coach, then that coach needs to be fired. That's how it is. If you can't trust the coach, you need to fire the coach.
He needs to go.
He's fired. He's fired.
Why do you think Andrew Brunette was fired from South Florida?
You fired.
Why do you think Tom Thibodeau is gone now?
Tom Thibodeau was the scapegoat.
Yeah.
I'll hold on to that belief.
It's
He's now been a scapegoat twice. Once in Chicago and now once in New York.
It's a mixture of both. I think some of it is self-inflicted because Tom Thibodeau does not know how to actually rest his players.
Right.
This is now the second time that he has been known to ride players entirely too hard.
And the first one was in Chicago for 5 years.
First one in Chicago.
Which cost Derrick Rose.
Now, do I believe that he's the cause of Derrick Rose's injury? No. It's a freak accident. It just happens. But you have to rest your guys so that those type of things don't happen. Those stress pains, those stress injuries don't happen.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's the second time that he has been told this exact same lesson.
Yeah. But also, for me, Tom Thibodeau was a scapegoat.
Oh, yeah.
Tibbs was a scapegoat because it's New York, number one.
Dear New York Knicks,
you fucked up.
You mortgaged, risked, and fucked over your future for Carl Anthony Towns.
There's a graphic.
Victor, you knew where I was going.
Yep.
You stupid. Here, dear New York Knicks, you stupid.
You stupid.
Matter of fact, you know
say
what?
it again. For Carl Anthony Towns.
Just like the Bears fucked over, we're just going to keep it short. Just like the Bears fucked over their entire process in building future
for DJ Moore.
Listen, and just like the Pittsburgh mortgaged their future, signed away their future, sold their soul to the devil.
Yep.
Because yes, Aaron, it is you. It has always been you. It will always be you.
I don't know where I found that graphic.
Forever and ever.
Amen.
Rose and said amen.
Yes, Aaron.
Yes, it is you.
Just the rage.
And here's what Pittsburgh is saying right about now to everybody else.
We do not care.
You made it loud and clear you don't care, Tomlin.
You should, Mike Tomlin, because it's your ass that's on the line.
Well, like I said, Tomlin's
his ass is fired by week 8.
Yep, week 8.
What's the game we were looking at that could be a swan song?
Week 8. I think it's the Bears.
Bears? Oh, yeah. He's gone.
If the Bears win that game,
he wins that game, he's out of there.
I think Mike Tomlin.
God knows I'm hoping. And God knows I'm hoping for that to happen.
What is it, Droid?
I believe Tomlin is in the process of retiring. This will be his last year, from what I've heard.
Good.
No, he don't get to retire. He needs to be
fired. Get the fuck out and stay out.
He ain't gonna. He's gonna end up hearing this by week 8.
You're fired. He can't.
I believe
and it truly is. His contract's going to be paid for by the city.
Dear God in heaven, no.
He can't get off by just retiring. No, he gotta be fired.
He must go. He must leave. We must leave.
You can't sit there and have this guy basically continuously get through the regular season with a winning record. Oh my God, he got a winning record. He's above 500, and then does jack and shit in the fucking playoffs.
All right, urinating tree, Junior. I love that.
I'm sorry,
because I love that line.
Tomlin's nickname now 9-8.
What's that now?
Tomlin's nickname is now officially 9-8.
Yeah.
Cue up the Pittsburgh polka. But before we go any further, I have a present for you.
Mm-hmm.
Why is Houston going to fail this year? Because yes, CP3. It is you.
God dang, he's like, God dang, I thought it was past this.
Man, I thought we were over this. Man,
God dang! I thought we would get caught. Yeah, you got caught. Especially when Steph made you touch the ground. He put you on your back foot.
He put you on your ass.
Oh, exactly.
Steph made CP3 touch grass.
Yep.
The double behind your back dribble. One of the greatest moves I've ever seen. He went bap. Matter of fact, 2 great moves that Steph made against CP3. The double behind your back dribble, and then on a Sunday game, Steph dribbled through 4 Clippers, made Chris Paul touch earth, and what did he do? He buried a 3.
Buried a 3 right in his face too.
Right in your face. In your face, CP3.
And where
in your motherfucking face.
Where was that played at?
Oakland. It was at
okay.
It was at Oracle.
Okay, I thought like if it was he was like in your face and in your house.
Oh, he did that with the double behind your back. That was in Los Angeles.
So okay.
When he was with the Clippers.
The Clippers.
Oh yeah. He gave him that double behind your back in his house.
Oh, you mean to tell me?
Oh no.
You mean to tell me about this, perhaps? You're talking about this moment right here?
That's the one. Bang, bang!
Shakes Paul out of his boots and hits a fallaway jump shot. You want to see a dribble move? Watch this one. Double behind your back.
Made him sit on the ground like a 2-year-old with a tantrum.
Doink, doink.
Chris Paul takes it out under the basket and suddenly goes 2 times behind his back.
On the ground like a 2-year-old with a tantrum.
And then finishes it off. 1, 2. Paul goes down. Curry knocks down the jump shot. This guy is something special.
Yeah, like I said, you talking about that right about now?
I'm talking about that one.
Oh yeah.
Like I said, made him sit down like a 2-year-old with a tantrum.
Stupid.
Sit your booty on the floor.
Sit your crazy ass down. And oops. Give me that one.
Jeez.
And I got a treat.
Oh no.
I've been a little busy since I've been back.
Yes.
Made sure that my foot's elevated. Got to do this like 4 times a day for like a half hour, which I can do because I'm sitting in my office most of the day. But dear New York Knicks, you risked, mortgage, double down, threw away, fucked over,
and shat
threw
all over
into the river your entire future for Karl Anthony Towns.
Wow. By the way, on a lighter note, I found the other play we were talking about.
Yes, this one. I love this one.
Remember, Darren Davis. Curry splits the defense behind.
Excuse me.
Fires a 3. Oh, he puts it in. What a spectacular
Stop it.
And it's the largest lead of the game. That could be the greatest move I've ever seen live. Another one for the highlight reel for Stephen Curry. Just a spectacular move here. Somehow holds on, fires up the 3. Watch his head coach, though. We're going to show the reaction of Steve Kerr.
Look at Steve Kerr's reaction is going to be priceless. Take a look at his reaction.
One of the reasons why Curry is one of the special players.
Okay.
Oh, I have a problem with Festus Ezeli and the assistant coaches.
Hold the fuck up.
What?
Timeout, desist, halt, cease, stop, penalty flag on the
flag
field.
on the field. Oh dear God, what?
What the fuck was that?
That was the chef cooking.
That was Steph Curry at his best.
Bro, Steve Kerr in his mind was just mirroring Chris Bass. What
in the all types of blue hell
was that? I mean,
this was
twice.
This was Steve Kerr's thought right here.
What in the all types of blue hell
was that?
He
Exactly.
split the D twice
with 4 clippers around him.
with 4 clippers around him.
He went between one pair, wrapped the
went to
dribble
another
around his
pair.
back.
Then went to
He
another
wrapped
pair.
by wrapping the dribble behind his back.
Yeah.
That's one of those ain't that a bitch moments.
Ain't that a bitch?
Ain't this some shit?
And Chris Paul had to be going, ain't this a bitch?
Everyone looked at Chris Paul and just said, "You big dummy. You
Where
big
is that?
cold-blooded dummy."
Where is that?
I got you.
You got me?
I got you.
Dummy. You big dummy. You big dummy. You big cold-blooded dummy. You big dummy. See what you did? Oh, no, you big dummy.
That's Victor's, that last one. Oh no, you big dummy.
Oh no, you big dummy.
Yeah.
It's halftime. We're going to take a break. And to all of our stations, radio and television, this is our ID to you. This is Snowman in the Morning. Hour 2 begins after the break.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Now, I'm known as the guy who can fix just about anything, but the technology in most appliances requires very special training to fix. And that's why my family has Choice Home Warranty.
Choice Home Warranty covers over 25 major home systems and appliances. That's your AC, heating, plumbing, kitchen and laundry appliances, and so much more.
Call Choice Home Warranty now before something breaks down.
Get protection for your heating, AC, plumbing, kitchen and laundry appliances, and more.
Call 800-973-6121.
During bad weather, driving can become downright dangerous.
Emergency, please.
Trust Battle Vision Storm, the revolutionary glare reduction glasses that turn your sight bright during bad weather at night or during the day. Watch your ordinary vision become extraordinary. Battle Vision Storm uses light optimizing lenses that block blue rays so you see clearly in heavy rain at night or blinding snow during the day. Heavy rain, snow, sleet, or fog can make it impossible to drive. Not with Battle Vision Storm. Get your Battle Vision Storm for only $19.99. But wait, due to rising costs and supply chain shortages, this may be your last chance to get your very own at this low price. There is a strict limit of 4 Battle Vision Storm per order while supplies last. Don't wait, order now.
Call 1-800-483-6319 or visit battlevisionstorm.com. So call 1-800-483-6319 now.
Drew Willingham.
In this case, yeah, you put the blame on Kyle Shanahan for apparently not preparing the team enough for the overtime rules, supposedly.
Cole Johnson.
Peyton was considered the winner, and he was the darling of all darlings for Gerald.
With a special appearance by Tyrone Alizé McDummy.
Ain't nobody calling me. Text. Delete.
Join these 2 football enthusiasts as they give you Total Football Talk. Live every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central on the Sertoba Media and the Comey Media YouTube channels.
I want to do a TED Talk, but I don't have anything to talk about yet. I'm getting there.
Life is for the living. We're not here that long.
You can learn anything you want to learn without any money spent.
What do I really enjoy? What do I really want out of life?
I am your host, WIZE.
Are you in a life holding pattern? Well, this is for you. Welcome to the Stuck in My Mind podcast. Live every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 4 p.m. Central. Whether it's the men's college game,
The way that this season has been going, yeah, anything is possible.
the women's college game,
And how passionate Angel Reese was at that press conference, they got their mojo now.
the WNBA,
AJ Williams sort of 1 and 2, followed by Brittany Griner, Aaliyah Boston, Jackie Young.
or the NBA.
The Lakers had a 0.8 chance of winning. And then what happened in the fourth quarter? LeBron James by himself outdid the Clippers.
You will get any and all of the information right at your fingertips or your earlobes. Join the Playmaker as he breaks down all things basketball in Shooting Lights Out. On the Playmaker's blog, network, YouTube channel, and where you can find podcasts. Whether it's news, the largest egg producer finds bird flu in chickens at a Texas plant, weather, devastating tornadoes rip through the heart of the United States, inspiration, a breast cancer survivor completed the journey of chemotherapy, and now begins a future one of matrimony or sports. Michael Jordan is shown on a photo with Diddy. LeBron James has a video extolling the virtues of a Diddy party. This has been yet another beating a dead horse presentation. We got you covered. BS3 Network, in association with Comey Media Incorporated, proudly present The Morning Shift with Cole Johnson. Live every weekday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Mister, how do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
Something happened during the break. Welcome back to Snowman in the Morning. One of my followers, Dwayne Musso, sent me a poem.
Okay.
Oh.
And it had me in joyful tears because it reads as follows. When the fever play and screens are dark and TV signals miss their mark, there's one true voice, a guiding light to bring the game alive and bright. The Snowman on YouTube, pure and clear, dispels all doubt, calms every fear. You settle back in peaceful ease, and every play your mind foresees. He paints the court with vibrant words, each pass, each shot distinctly heard. Then splash, a joyful sudden sound as Indiana's 3 is found. His passion shines, his effort true, a growing fan base, strong and new. He earns their praise, he earns their trust. The Snowman's the best, and he is a must. So if you love the fever and can't catch the show, let Brian Snow be your go-to pro.
Damn.
Bruh.
I was sitting
Hemingway with that one.
Oh, he sent me another one. When I wrote him an email and I said, thanks for the kind words. He backed it up with this. For Dwayne Musso, the moose from Canada's land, the Snowman's fever calls, a joy close at hand. Splash, they made it 3, he shouts with glee. Excitement shared for all the world to see. Through many games the TV doesn't share, the Snowman's voice dispels all care. To be in the know, his show's the key. On YouTube free for you and me. It's like you're there. The action is clear. The action is clear and bright. He paints the scene with all his might. Such dedication greatly appreciated. More thrilling calls are anticipated. If you love the fever but can't see the game, make Brian Snow your go-to man. Don't miss a moment. Don't sit and stew. Let the Snowman be your courtside view.
Damn.
Wow.
I have no idea where we go from here on that one.
Well, we need
Moose,
to update.
Moose, you are most kind, sir. Moose is the crowd that I usually get for Fever games. They've been there for all 15 games that I've done so far. And this is the first time since 2015 that I have followed a team and had the ability to follow a team all the way through.
Consistently, yep.
I didn't do it last year because I got sick again and had to spend time in the hospital. But this year, I'm strong enough to do every game, and to have fans like that makes it all worth it.
Yes, indeed.
Makes it all worth it. Well,
before we all start balling,
we are. I too late. Too late, and these are tears of joy that's welling up inside me, folks. To have that kind of respect come from a fan when you're just getting back on your feet and getting back on the mic after 3.5 years and doing it consistently. Moose, thank you. Thank you, and I repeat, thank you. You are most kind. Now we better do a scoreboard update, and we better laugh before I start bawling and shut down after those two poems, because y'all, if people understand what we went through as a team, and I say we because these guys were there for me, Victor was there for me, all the fans were there for me, my family was there. I call me beating cancer a team effort, and I forever will do so. Let me stop talking. Victor, take it away, please.
All right, time now for the Snowman SeatGeek scoreboard update. Brought to you by SeatGeek. Use the code Snowman to get $20 off that first purchase, whether it's at the court, at the Heartwood, at the Diamond, or at the concert, like Lil Wayne. Get your tickets from SeatGeek. Start off with what happened yesterday. The Blue Jays beat down the Yankees 12-5.
Oh yeah.
Marlins beat the Twins 2-0. Cardinals still on a losing slide as they lose the Pirates 1-0. The A's beat the Braves 4-3. Red Sox and Reds were suspended due to time.
Red Sox up 2-1 in the fourth at the time.
Gotcha. Angels beat the Braves 4-0. Cubs, golly, they can't lose right now. Winning against the Cleveland Guardians 5-2. Orioles losing to Rangers 10-0. Astros beat the Rockies 6-5. The Royals beat the Mariners 6-3. The Diamondbacks beat the Giants 8-2. And the White Sox unfortunately drop another one, this time to the Dodgers 6-1. The games today look this way. We are already underway in Tampa as the Rays are losing to the Athletics 1-0. Who's in the bump for those two teams, dog?
It's Mitch Spence on the hill for the A's, being countered by Ryan Papois of the Rays.
11:35 a.m. we have the Cardinals going to Pittsburgh take on the Pirates. Who's on the bump for that?
8-2 Sonny Gray versus the 2-10 Mitch Keller.
The Philadelphia Phillies will be hosting at 12:05 p.m. the San Diego Padres.
Padres got Mitch on the hill and
Your mic's kind of messing up on us.
Check your mic. You're very muddled.
That's weird. Everything was fine earlier.
Okay.
There you go. Now we got you back.
And it's technical bullshit.
Let's keep going.
Philadelphia Phillies take on the Padres. Who's on the bump for that?
That's Pavetta at 8-2 versus Mick Abel 2-1.
The Washington Nationals taking on the Tigers from D-Town, Detroit at 12:05 p.m. Who's on the hill?
The start of the day-night doubleheader for Detroit and Washington. It's Tyler Holton for Detroit versus Trevor Williams in Washington.
The Brew Crew from Milwaukee are going to the Big Apple to take on the New York Mets at 12:10 p.m. Who's on the bump?
Well, once again, as part of a day-night double dip, it's the 8-4 Freddie Peralta versus the 8-4 Clay Holmes.
The Padres do a second game at 5:15 p.m. with the Padres yet again.
Once again, part of the day-night double dip, it's Dylan Cease versus Christopher Sanchez.
The Fish from Florida, the Marlins, are taking on the Twins from Minnesota. Who's on the bump for that seat?
The 3 and 4 Simon Woods Richardson versus the 2 and 0 Jansen Junk.
Another double dip game. The Nationals are taking on the Tigers at 5:45 p.m. Who's on the bump?
5 and 9 Jack Flaherty versus 3 and 8 Mackenzie Gore.
6:07 p.m. start has the later games as the Toronto Blue Jays take on the New York Yankees. 6:07. Who's on the hill?
5 and 4 Will Warren versus the 4 and 3 Jose Barrios.
And that game will be at the Sky Dome, and there's a little bit of something on the line for the Blue Jays as they try to get back to the NL East race. Go ahead, Victor.
The big dog's bone to watch is the Red Sox taking on the Reds of Cincinnati at 6:10 p.m. Who's on the bump?
Mind you, this is the back half of, well, we might as well call it a day-night double dip because of the game being suspended yesterday. Boston has yet to announce their starter, but Cleveland will be throwing Nick Martinez, who's 5 and 8.
All right.
It's second game of the Mets and the Brewers. You know who's going up for that one?
Jacob Mizorowski, 3 and 0 versus the 0 and 1 Blade Tidwell.
The Atlanta Braves taking on them California Angels at 6:15 p.m. Who's on the
I love it.
Who's Atlanta Braves?
The 3 and 6
The Atlanta Braves.
No, who's the Atlanta Braves? Who of our team is a fan of the Braves?
Well, between
That's
you and Playmaker.
That's the Playmaker.
It's the 3 and 6 Yusei Kikuchi versus the 0 and 2 Didier Fuentes.
Try that 5 times fast.
The Lone Star State hosts the Orioles as Texas Rangers and the Orioles do battle at 7:05 p.m. Who's on the bump?
Tomoyuki Sugano for the Orioles at 6 and 4. Nathan Eovaldi at 4 and 3 for the Rangers.
The Cubby Blue is going to paint the Cleveland area blue as they go against the Guardians at 7:05. Who is on the bump?
The 4 and 8 Tanner Beebe for Cleveland. The 4 and 2 Shota Amanga for the Cubs.
Astros look to continue their winning ways against the Colorado Rockies at 7:40 p.m. Who's on the hill?
Hunter Brown 8 and 3 versus the 0 and 1 Austin Gomber.
The Diamondbacks.
Hunter Brown will be an all-star. Mark my words. Go on.
The Diamondbacks host the Giants in the desert, known as Arizona, who's on the bump at 8:40 p.m.
6 and 5 Landon Roop versus the 7-4 Merrill Kelly.
One of Droid's groups to watch, the Kansas City Royals are going to Seattle to take on the Mariners at 8:40 p.m. Who's on the hill?
The 2 and 4 Noah Cameron for Kansas City. Seattle counters with a 2 and 2 Logan Gilbert.
Even though this team has been disappointing, Snowman and my team, the Chicago White Sox, are going to take on the San Francisco Dodgers.
Your
world champion Dodgers.
Your nightcap of the evening will feature the 2 and 1 Brandon Eisert versus the 4 and 0 Clayton Kershaw.
And that
boy.
That's your scores of that was, and your matchups that will be. That is your Snowman SeatGeek scoreboard update, brought to you by SeatGeek, where fans can fan.
Yes, I played the old school.
Now, there was a game that happened last night. Was there not, Snowman?
The Indiana Fever did the impossible. And they went to Minnesota and beat them for the Commissioner's Cup.
Yes, they did. They closed it out.
They got their act together in the second quarter when they outscored Minnesota 20-7. They closed the second period after Minnesota led. This was the turning point of the game. I couldn't think of the phrase last night, but I thought of it now. The turning point of the game. Minnesota led 27-14. Stephanie White called timeout, and Minnesota was poised to run away with the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Not so fast.
Nope.
For the last 7 minutes and 54 seconds of the second quarter, Indiana pitched a shutout and turned what was once a 13-point lead into a 5-point Indiana lead at the half. And then they picked up the pace and ran away.
Sophie Cunningham showed her whole ass last night.
Sophie Cunningham is their key with Caitlin Clark out right now.
Yeah.
And in the fourth quarter, with less than 4 minutes remaining, Sophie Cunningham splashed home a deep 3-point field goal.
Yep.
Game, set, match. Minnesota was within 9 at the point, 60-51.
Mm-hmm.
And as the shot clock went dead,
yep,
Sophie Cunningham splashed home her third 3-point goal of the night, and it was over.
Yep.
Matter of fact, after that second quarter, when they turned it around and gave themselves a 5-point lead, it was on.
Now,
because Indiana said, we can beat these guys. And they got their act together.
This game can be had. And it was.
And it wasn't had. It was snatched.
Now,
the best team in the league.
You said last night, and I don't know why, but you said last night in the text, I'm going to roar. And I'm like, what are you, part lion now? What are you about to roar about?
Do I need to hit the button?
I will do that. It's on Kathy Engelbert. I will do that later today in a pre-record. I will save that one. In fact, I got 2 of them to do this afternoon. So one for Kathy Engelbert and one for Caitlin Clark. Matter of fact, I might put them in the same video. I haven't decided yet. I don't have any caffeine in my system. I'm trying to rid myself of the caffeine, but it keeps calling to me, man. It keeps calling.
Listen, I gave up trying to fight that a long time ago. I just
know
at this point.
I know. And I know a pretty lady that's going to want some sweet tea in a minute. And Victor, thank you for the favor. I'll be able to go get her. I'll be able to go get her some in a little bit. Now, we got one more thing to do before we call it a day and close up shop.
Mm-hmm.
And that is?
You know what day it is.
Oh, God. I got the button.
Do it.
Cue up the heartbeat.
Fuck.
In a world where partial greatness is celebrated and total greatness is shunned, there stands to be a figure on the lips of those who love him and those who hate him. The inane comparisons to Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant continue and has existed since 2003. There is no end in sight, for the battle between those who unconditionally love and unconditionally hate him wages on. These are their stories. Welcome to the Bronzexual Confessions.
Why must we be tortured?
Damn it.
Oh,
Why the fuck must we be tortured?
What happened?
Do I need to find the other button?
I got this.
Oh, shit.
That's what Cole said. A lot.
Oh, no.
Oh, shit.
It's not a conversation with a Bronzexual.
What the fuck you mean?
What you mean, dude?
I don't know how this happened. I don't know why this happened. I don't know what the fuck was going on this morning.
Oh, you mean to tell me this happened in the last handful of hours?
This happened at exactly 8 a.m. this morning. I just woke up out of a good sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And the day already got fucked.
And the day already went sideways.
The day went to shit.
The day went to total shit.
Well, hell.
Because I had a conversation with a Bronzexual.
What you mean?
What you mean?
What did he say?
This stupid motherfucker.
There's a reason we're not airing on radio.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes, George Carlin is present with all of us today.
Shit. Fuck.
This stupid, idiotic motherfucker.
I got the button.
Had his absolute nerve.
I got the button for you.
To fix his whole mouth.
Oh, God.
To say, quote, LeBron's coming back for his 23rd year. He's the reason number 23 is around. Close quote.
Fuck you.
Where's the great sensei when we need him saying what we need right about now?
I'll respond after this.
This moment of bronze sexual stupidity is brought to you by Hooked on Bronix. When you start talking like an idiotic bronze sexual, Hooked on Bronix can set you right. Call 1-800-YO-KANG. Real LJPM, now approve all this.
I didn't respond with logic because logic does not work with these fools.
You just got mad.
As it was said in the great movie Network in 1976, I want you to get mad.
Oh, well, you got mad.
I got mad.
Oh, Lord.
I said, how the fuck can you say that
with a straight
about
face?
LeBron impersonating number 23? This idiot, and I'm being nice, responded by saying, quote, he's the reason number 23 is popular.
Again, I say, fuck you.
What? Close quote. I'll be right back.
So I realized that I think even though it's not advertised,
right,
there has to be a place for stupid people. We don't know because we're not stupid, so we don't know anything about it. It's like a secret club society.
Oh my gosh.
So I come to the conclusion that he graduated from SU, stupid university. Yeah, get all the stupid ass letters that go along with graduating high honors of being stupid. I can't do no more, man.
Aminos, dominos, vamonos. Stupid university, where everyone graduates magna cum stupid.
Somehow, the Southern twang came out of me.
Oh, no.
And I responded with the following sentence, beginner. You stupid, incompetent son, bitch.
Lord.
You actually are saying he's the reason number 23 is popular? Well, yes, look at all that he's accomplished. You stupid motherfucker. There's a person named Michael Jordan that made 23 sexy. There's a person named Michael Jordan who is 6-0 in the finals.
That made everyone wear 23.
There's a person named Michael Jordan who was the first to popularize number 23. There is a person named Michael Jordan who had his number retired in a place where he doesn't even play because Pat Riley has that much respect for Michael Jordan. I mean, hell, if you want to fix your mouth, and you better not say LeBron is the best in the business, I can name you 10 small forwards that played a better fundamentally sound forward than LeBron James has. Period. And don't you dare ever in your lifetime compare him to the real king, which is Michael Jordan. Then came this.
What you mean?
Oh, it was worse.
It was worse. Oh, no.
It was worse.
Oh, no.
It was worse than what you mean.
Oh, God.
What was it?
Open it.
Quote.
Michael Jordan should have never worn number 23 when he came back.
He started with 25, dumb shit. He started with 45, and then it said,
Dad.
Right, and then it said, nah, you need to wear 23 again.
And then he backed it up.
Oh, no. There's more?
Unfortunately, there's more.
You mean he backed the Brinks truck up and actually tried to justify that?
He tried again.
Okay.
He tried and tried and tried again.
As it was hit a moment ago, he said, quote.
You can't deny the fact that LeBron is the greatest because Michael has nothing to prove, and you can't prove anything that Michael did was greater than what LeBron did.
Really?
Close, dumb fuck, quote.
Really?
Oh, really?
Let's see.
I can't. Wait. Well, I looked at this motherfucker, and I said, so I can't prove that Michael Jordan is miles better than LeBron James. No. Why? You don't have enough to prove your case. Oh, I don't, eh? Do you know who the fuck you're talking to? Then he took a shot at me, stupid bastard.
Oh, no.
I won't repeat what he said. I will not repeat that aloud.
In other words, no
I
one's
said, yeah, it was, I will not cuss. Oh boy, it was that and then some. It was that and then some. I said, you know something? You stupid fuck. I can prove how more popular Michael Jordan is than LeFuck James. Well, how are you going to do that? Take a look at this.
Grant never looked like he was 6'10".
No, he didn't. He didn't. So he saw that and correctly and politely left me alone.
Here's the thing.
And I had one final response for him.
Oh, no.
I said, don't you ever in your lifetime try to challenge me about Michael Jordan again. I got more than that to prove. My point.
Here's the thing. Even if you're not a Bulls fan, right?
Mm-hmm.
Once you hear from North Carolina
and the crowd gets louder,
your brain already knows exactly what to finish with.
Also, when it comes to popularity, 2 words: shoe game.
Shoe game.
Listen,
Space Jam.
I'll show you a play that doesn't even involve him scoring, but his court vision. Okay, which LeBron James don't have anymore.
You mean he
never
had it?
had it? He never had it. Get real.
True.
I want to say, you mean he had it?
No, I misspoke. Let me take it back to 1997. Take a look at this play.
Everybody the last 2 nights. 5 seconds to go right now. The lead is 20. Jordan operates.
Zip!
Parrish slams it down before the buzzer.
break out the nice china. That is a beautiful dish.
That's illegal right there, that pass. That was just a beauty.
That's illegal.
Michael Jordan, wowing the crowd, not
And he just
necessarily
walks
with
off
his
the
scoring,
He walks
but with
away.
his passing.
Bling!
Jordan had the awareness with the clock winding down to find Robert Parrish, and the Chief able to.
Thank you, Ian Eagle, with the call from the Yes Network.
A lot of
And
people.
thank you, NBC, for the Bulls intro.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
And
man.
I politely shoot him away. And he never, ever bothered me again. And to
Until
Blake
next time.
Hammock, I know you want to support your Kansas boys, but Michael Jordan would lock up the truth in 5 seconds. Now, I know Paul Pierce is a good player. He's a great player, okay? I get that. But Blake, for God's sake, face the truth. He ain't got nothing on Michael Jordan.
No,
And for you other Bronson, and I love Paul Pierce, okay? I love Paul Pierce.
Mm-hmm.
And for you bronzexuals, do us all a favor, will you please? Now get out of my face, you thirsty bitches.
In a world where logic and sense flies completely.
Hold up. Why are we doing this? Because yes, LeBron, it is you. It has always been you. Always will be you. Forever and ever. Amen.
False start on the offense.
Take your false start and shove it up your ass. Just like this.
Trays, 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 trays.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, disrespectfully arresting official on the offense, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down, and number 15 is disqualified from the competition.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Dead ball.
Fuck
Dead ball
you.
foul. Personal foul.
Dear bronzexuals, fuck you. Dear Facebook and other social media for allowing bronzexuals on. Fuck you. Dear ESPN for shoving LeBron down our throats and up our asses since 2001. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. And I repeat, fuck you. Oh, in case you didn't hear me, fuck you.
Oh, that was a cheap seat shot.
Right?
As I said to bronzexuals very eloquently for 22 years.
And we'll continue to say it.
A whole lot of y'all, bitch. No. What's a reference? Hey, bronzexuals, you got knocked the fuck out. Bitch. Now get out of my face, you thirsty bitches.
In a world where logic and sense flies completely out the window, while purple and yellow glasses are donned, rises a figure who encourages ridiculous, undying loyalty. Good Lord, I'm about to throw up. This has been yet another installment of The Bronzexual Confessions.
I better get out of here because I think I just disturbed my wife at work. Oh, I'm going to get it now.
Yeah,
Yep.
you bet.
Dr. K is going to really yell at me, and I deserve every single word of it.
You're about to get it.
You're about to get got.
I'm about to get it.
The bonk stick is coming.
Even being here in the kitchen, I can't be too loud. I am in some trouble.
Well, that means we're wrapping this party up.
Yeah, we better get out of here. Have a
All
great day. God bless. Remember to make your next move your best move. And always remember, if your dreams don't scare you, they are simply not big enough. Dream big, do bigger. We are, and we hope y'all are too. And pray for me that I don't really get it from my wife, please.
Hide the frying
everybody.
pans.
I think I'm off the hook. I think she just sneezed. That was the sound I heard.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it'll be fine. There's no ass whooping tonight.
No, but y'all know when she will yell at me. I think I just caught her on a sneeze, but I am going to get some caffeine to make it up to her because she's been very tired the last couple of days. On a truthful note, please give Dr. K some prayers because she's been really, really sore and tired the last couple of days.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
And fuck you, bronze sexuals. We're out of here.
I'll drink to that.
See you later.